I'm here to give you the full review, 1000% review of Bulgari Tiger. Pew, 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 pew. Actually, I'm not here to give a review. And if I was, I damn sure wouldn't pull out some decant that I wore once and pretend that I knew, much of anything about the fragrance. But I do have Bulgari Tiger, unlike 99% of the community that love to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you what that actually is so that you stop falling for lazy, well, they call themselves reviewers. I call them, I don't know, decant posers. Right off the rip, the decant posers, they're going to tell you it smells like Lamensite. It smells like Sospiro Vibrato. While having decants of all three, not knowing any of them, let alone one of them. Lamensite. Sospiro Vibrato. I've only worn this a few times, not super familiar with Vibrato. Lamensite, worn it like 20 times by now. Burned through so many decants of it. So many clones. And the same thing with Bulgari Tiger. One of the first fragrances I ever purchased. Decant after decant. Then I was given decants. Then I bought the clone, which if you have no interest in spending $350 on a fragrance, I recommend Alexandria's Black Tiger. Go get you about 90% close to this. Sensual Obsession's Tiger Obsession, also very good. Anything else, all this cheap Middle Eastern trash, just ignore it. These two clones that I mentioned are so good that even if you're interested in a decant of Bulgari Tiger, just get you a full bottle of the clone, and that might be all you need. Some more nonsense that I've heard about Bulgari Tiger is that doesn't last long. Lasted 8 hours on my skin yesterday in 100-degree weather. So would I say it's some bathtub perfumer fragrance that's 60% oil, leaves a sheen of grease on your arm and lasts 14 hours? No, but it lasts 8 hours, which is a full work day. Well, not for the critics of it, because they're often unemployed, but it is a good performer. Not the most complex scent, but beautifully made, beautifully blended, gorgeous bottle. Look at that. Heavy bottle. High quality ingredients. Again, not the most complex, but what it is it's a beautiful grapefruit. Almost smells like a grapefruit and lemon blended with a nice little ginger zest, a little ginger spice. Opens up just amazing. One thing that's often not talked about, because let's face it, these guys aren't wearing it. Knock it off, people. They're not wearing it. They are. It's like for a day. But again, one thing that's not talked about is the beautiful vetiver in here. This vetiver rivals Creed's vetiver that they use in their fragrances. As a matter of fact, I got this slight undertone of Creed Viking cologne in this fragrance, the vetiver they use. Beautiful. There's some broxin. There's some woody notes in there. I can't particularly identify. Maybe like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It's wood. But the ambrette seed in there, giving it some a little dryness, a little balance, making it well-rounded. It's a very nice, signature scent-worthy fragrance made of high-quality ingredients. And you would think that grapefruit, that citrus, would, die off, wear off, but it lasts the entire life of the fragrance. It does, however, smooth out, settles down into that woodiness, that ambroxan, making it very, just superbly balanced. My only gripe, if I had one, is that they could balance it even more and just let that grapefruit die off just a little bit. It would make it just a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. That grapefruit would just die out a little bit, and it would become more of a woody ambroxan vetiver fragrance. But if you want that, Sensual Obsession's Tiger Obsession does that. You know, a lot of people are going to tell you that this is unisex. You'll see a lot of female fragrance reviewers telling you, like, yeah, it's overpriced, it's not that good. It's because it's not for you, you dingbats. So this is your typical men's fragrance. Some would even say it's a blue fragrance. Go wear fucking Coco Madame Wabimbo or whatever the hell they make for you chicks, female reviewers. Go wear that shit. This is a man's fragrance, people. I know we're living in times where men can pretend they're women and beat the crap out of actual women in the Olympics, but this is not a woman's fragrance. It's not unisex. Stop it. You want unisex Lemensate. You want unisex Sospiro Vibrato. Leave Tiger alone. Now we're going to talk about the one thing that I've done, so I can talk about it, but most people haven't. we know why. We don't have to embarrass them. We know the reasons they give us, but we know the real reasons. They just don't want to admit it. We're going to talk about the price. The one I actually paid, unlike reviewers who are somehow experts on it, yet haven't paid it. It's $350. Is it overpriced? Stuff's worth what you're willing to pay for it. And this is where I cut the Decant posers a little bit of slack, is when they say that this fragrance is overpriced and they pull out their tiny little Decant. I agree. To them, it's overpriced, which is why they have the Decant. I would think they're an idiot if they said, oh, it's overpriced. But I bought it anyways. So that I'll cut them some slack on. Is it overpriced? I mean, I wish I could pay. You know, I'd probably say this is a good value at like $200 at the most. I wish I could pay $100 for that on the shelf of Macy's. Unfortunately, it's $350. Is it overpriced to me? Stuff is worth what you pay for it, and I cannot scratch the itch of Bulgari Tiger without the actual Bulgari Tiger. Sorry, clone houses. I'm willing to pay like, I don't know, 500% more for like the 8% better that this fragrance is. That's just me. I don't count your pockets. I don't hold on to your wallet. You got to make that choice, but I bought it. I love it. I've probably been wearing this for 2 years. No fucks given. Love it every time I wear it. What season is it for? What season? It is for the season of whenever the hell I feel like wearing it. What situations is it for? Wherever the hell I'm showing up and wearing it, that's what situation it's for. My Bulgari Tiger doesn't follow your game plan. You follow its, bitches. Anyway, that's my opinion and my thoughts on the Bulgari Tiger. That's class. Kind of a top-rate designer grapefruit. You're not going to get an ultra-realistic, photorealistic grapefruit, but again, these are my thoughts and my opinions about Bulgari Tiger. You gotta stop trusting these decanters, these decant reviewers. I just saw a video, and I'm not even gonna put this guy on blast, where he admits he wore it like once, and that he's not an expert. They are telling you to your face they're full of shit, and you still treat their word like the gospel. Stop it, people. Go try it.